Let's. You want to go talk about our top 10 list right now, or what you want to do?
Yeah, let's go straight into our top 10. We're gonna do top 10 power forwards this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we're gonna keep going down. Eventually, get the point guard, and then we might do 6-mans. But like, all right, let's just start top 10 power forward. Let's go. Who's your number 10?
My number 10 is Kelly Olynyk.
Wait. I have Christian Wood in here just because I didn't have him in my center list.
Oh, okay.
So I know you don't have him because you had him at center. So I just put him at number 10 just because we seen like really good moments of Christian Wood.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of injuries and we didn't really see his full impact. Now Kelly Olynyk is super interesting. Let me know.
Number 10. I didn't know who else I put on there, honestly. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know who to put number 10, dude. My list is kind of like...
Hey, bro, you better have everyone I got right here, bro. No way Kelly Olynyk's better than any of these 9 guys I got right here, bro.
Well, I'm going to say is Kelly Olynyk on my number 10 list. I'm not talking about potential. Dude, I was going to put Blake Griffin on there. Just fun, dude. It's like, yo, Blake Griffin. Because, KD's not the power forward. So, all right. So I put Kelly Olynyk in there. Yeah, I have a question. Fuck. If it comes, then we'll see. But number 10 is Kelly Olynyk for me, right? I mean, obviously, it might be biased because I had him on fantasy. Man, this man was dropping me 50 fantasy points in that, dropping me double digit, 18, average like 20. Well, how much did he average? Like 20 points in game.
The thing about Kelly Olynyk is he's really gifted offensively. Like,
yeah, offensive.
I used to play DraftKings, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still do. I used to play because the season's done, but Kelly Olynyk's one of those players that whenever Bam Adebayo was out, you immediately go to Kelly Olynyk because he averages about, let's say he averages 20 fantasy points in 10 minutes. That's amazing, bro.
That's crazy, dude.
like if you put that in the same minutes as he will average the same fantasy points as like Durant and Giannis.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
The only problem with Kelly Olynyk as a player, and that's why he's not in my top 10, is because yes, his production's amazing for the amount of minutes he gets.
Yeah.
But bro plays no defense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say no defense, but like he plays.
No, there's no defense. He drops 20 points. He drops 20 points and he gives up 35, bro. Like,
no. All right, yo, Joe. Okay, maybe because this year the Rockets let him do what he want, but he was really, really able to show his offensive package. Like this year, what did he average? 19 on 55% shooting from the field, which is fucking crazy. I mean, obviously he's like, the score when they took John Wall out to save him from injury. Christian was obviously injured. You had KPJ and KMJ with like 2 high schoolers along with Kelly Olynyk playing for the Rockets. And Kelly Olynyk was going crazy. I mean, his offensive package is pretty good in a point where it's like, okay, it's not fair to just say like it's not, respected, I would say.
Bro, I don't have Robert Covington in my top 10. I think Covington's better than
you think Covington's better than Olynyk?
Yeah, he's better, bro.
Bro, switch positions. Kelly Olynyk will lead. Kelly Olynyk will do better than Rocco in the.
Bro, Rocco might drop 40 if Kelly Olynyk's on him all game, bro. No cap. Look, this is why like Kelly Olynyk, I would want him on my squad on like most of the squads as a player to come off the bench and play in spurts. You can't leave him out there for like a whole quarter because the entire other team is gonna target him. Like how Chris Paul was targeting Brook Lopez?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 50 times worse with Kelly Olynyk. They're gonna run a pick and roll, and then Chris Paul is gonna look like Jordan on every single possession.
Okay. Maybe not that bad, all right? He's not that bad, all right? He's not crazy bad on defense. I'm just saying his offensive package this year was really, really shine. His defensive not so much, but hey, we can help with that.
Look, why do you think like look at how good his offense is for the amount of minutes he plays, right? Why do you think he doesn't get more minutes, bro? Like what's the reason? It's not his offense is not the problem.
The thing is on the Rockets, they just played him all fucking quarter because they had no one else to play.
Yeah, because they didn't care about winning. They just wanted Draymond Green and they got him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Kelly.
But on a team that wants to compete and win, I don't think he has like much of an impact, bro. Like, okay, he has an impact.
Yeah, he has impact offensively, but defensively
for 10 minutes at a time, for 5 minutes at a time.
Okay,
take him out.
That's like 20 minutes a game. That's fine. Dropping me 20 points. Hey, I'll take 20 points. That's why he's number 10. He's number 10. All right.
Yeah, I can see the argument for him being in there just because like it's just useful to have like an offensive spark plug, but you have to use him really carefully, you know?
That's true. I mean, I feel like last year when he was last year when he was with the Heat, like he showed dude, he was hitting threes for the Heat when they needed the most. Like when Tyler Hero was getting locked up, when Duncan Robinson was getting locked up, Kelly Olynyk was there to hit a spot up three. He was in for like 3-4 minutes at a time, but like he was able to hit at least get a few buckets in for them, which I felt like was really really good. I mean, he's a good off the bench player, like you said, but yeah, I put him in my top 10 just because I didn't really know who else to put in there. But go for it. What's your top 10?
All right, so like I have Wood in my top 10 just because like I had him at power forward.
Yeah.
And then number 9, so I keep going back and forth. I'm gonna go, man, I might change it up right now. 8 and 9 is like right there for me.
Dude, they're pretty close for me, though. Let's see what I got.
I'm gonna go John Collins, bro.
Okay.
They're right. What's your number 9?
It was John Collins.
John Collins. All right, cool. So, not much to say about John Collins.
I'm like, I gotta put him in there.
He's pretty good. He obviously has some flaws. He's like super young, but I like how his game fits like the modern day era where like his offense is not like a slower, like he doesn't need to operate in the post. And then he can stretch the floor and be a lob threat for Trae Young.
Okay.
So, yeah, and he kind of took a step back this year. Like last year, he was averaging like 21 and 10, and then this year his numbers went down. I believe he averaged like 18 and 9, but that's because like the Hawks had more offensive weapons, so they didn't necessarily have to go to him that much. But I still think he's he fits in that Hawk system pretty well, and that's why he got paid.
Okay.
Do you have any comments about John Collins?
Nah, I feel like John Collins is definitely becoming like a pretty good caliber player, like a high caliber player. Like before, I remember in the beginning of the season he was like okay, but I feel like he just turned into a DeAndre Ayton when he started becoming more like he had his own like ISO package here and there that he was able to, and obviously he's a lob there as well. And I feel like he played a good part in pushing the Atlanta Hawks to take out Knicks and the 76ers. So I just had to kind of put him in there. But yeah, that's my number. That's my number 9.
Yeah, well, I think what holds John Collins back from being like a higher on this list is his defense. I feel like you can't really play him as center because he's kind of skinny. He gets like every time the Hawks try to play him as center and have Gallinari play Gallinari at 4 with John Collins on the court, the defense is just so bad. And you have Trae Young at point guard at that.
Yeah, it's even worse.
The worst like defensive lineup they ever have. Like John Collins gets bullied every time at center, and then he's not really quick enough to play the 3. Like he's not quick laterally enough to play the 3, so he could really only guard the 4. And I don't think he's like an elite defender. I feel like if he improves his defensive abilities, he could be a lot higher on this list.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. All right, number 8. I got Pascal Siakam as my number 8.
Do you have Tobias Harris?
I have Tobias Harris in there.
Wow. Okay, Tobias Harris is my number 8.
You think Tobias Harris number 8 below Siakam? Is Siakam in your list? God damn.
Siakam's in my list.
Maybe because he was sitting out. I don't know if he was actually injured or was the Raptors trying to tank this season. But I mean, Siakam just didn't after Kawhi kind of bounced. Siakam was basically the number 2 go-to scorer. Taking into the paint, giving the ball, he'll score. I feel like he was just a better better Olynyk. Better Olynyk. He's pretty good, but I don't know. I put him on number 8. Right above John Collins. That's kind of where I put him at.
Yeah, I'm gonna get your Kelly Olynyk jersey this year for Christmas, man. But anyway,
you're telling me Tobias Harris is not as good as Siakam?
Yeah, I think Siakam's better.
How? In what way?
Okay, so Siakam, this year Siakam kind of had left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, right? Because his numbers kind of dropped from last year. Kind of struggled in the beginning of the season. I think. No, I would know, right? I fucking had him in fantasy. Disappointed.
Yeah. I'm telling you, let's go doo-doo.
But the thing is, I kind of take the Raptors season this year with a grain of salt,
Yeah, that's
mainly because if like people don't know, they usually play in Toronto, but this year because of like COVID protocol, there's like international like problems, right? Like they relocated to play in Tampa Bay, for like whatever legal reasons they had. They can't like play Canada, and traveling obviously is going to be complicated with the whole Corona shit going on. So they played in Tampa Bay this year, and I feel like that's part of the reason why like they're never at home basically, you know. So I feel like that's the reason why the Raptors were so bad this year. And then you got injuries involved, and also when they started off the season bad, they kind of just decided, hey, let's just tank now because you see that Nets team over there, like let's just tank a little bit. So I kind of take Siakam's season with a grain of salt. Now I understand one of the reasons why he did struggle a lot this year is because like a lot of teams are figuring out his offensive. Because last year he was averaging 25.
Yeah.
Like he was really good, and I feel like that season is better than any season Tobias Harris had. Right now, Tobias Harris, the one thing I could say about Tobias Harris that's better than Siakam is that he's a lot more efficient. Like Tobias Harris last year almost shot 50, 40, 90. He was only 1% off. But Siakam, I feel like he's better defensively, a lot better defensively. And he can work both ways where you could have him as a second option where he plays off another star, and he's also shown to be a number one scoring option when Kawhi left.
Yeah.
He was the number one scoring option, and then Kyle Lowry was the second piece. Even though Kyle Lowry was the leader, he was the number one scoring option. I feel like Tobias Harris, I've never seen him in a situation where he strived as the number one scoring option.
Oh, I mean, he's playing behind MVP candidate Joel Embiid, so
I mean, even when Embiid was injured, or remember like 2 years ago when Simmons was injured, and then the Sixers got swept by the Celtics. Like Tobias, like really struggled then as well. So
the thing is, for this, I mean, obviously, I only saw him play this season. Honestly, I didn't know who the fuck Tobias Harris was before the season. But like when Joel Embiid was sitting out, Tobias Harris was the second scoring. You can't tell me Ben Simmons was the second scoring option when Joel Embiid sat out.
I think this was Tobias Harris' best season.
Yeah, that's why I argue. Like, yo, this was his best season. Like I felt like he got really, really comfortable, got in his bag a lot of times. Like when Joel Embiid was getting double team down there, he was trying to get ISO plays, getting nice drives, nice shots, and I feel like he just became an overall really, really good scorer. Like in my eyes, he became like CJ McCollum kind of, right? Like he was able to get crafty with his shots and with his little mid ranges. And he was really good going off glass, going left and right hand, finishing it. So I just felt like he's become a really, really efficient scorer. And like you said, this season the Raptors kind of was iffy. I mean, Siakam did have an injury too. I think I picked him up when I traded him for Joel Embiid, because he got injured.
Who the fuck made that trade again?
I think it was Kim. He was like Siakam. It was like Siakam and was Siakam Sabonis for Joel Embiid. I was like, yo, I'll take that, bro. Give me that. Anyways.
But I'm the scammer, right? It's all good though.
Anyway, when we say, yo, imagine a deer chopping something, I'll cook this in. I'll take that too. Hey, yes, sir, bro. I didn't even offer that. He was like, yo, you wanna give Siakam pretty good. But anyways, going back to this, yeah, I feel like you're kind of right. Just for this year, I just kind of didn't really see Siakam improve. I thought he was going down a little path, but he may prove me wrong next year. I mean,
he might get traded.
Oh yeah, that's facts too. Apparently, but yeah, I think Harris just had a great season. This kind of. I mean, it might be hindsight of me to put Harris kind of up there, but I did put Harris kind of up there. Like, he's not top 5 or anything, but yeah, Siakam is for me number 8. But yeah.
Okay. So let's go to number 7 then.
All right.
And at number 7, this was like the hardest person for me to place on my list.
I
had so many arguments for him being higher, and then had arguments for him being lower. but I decided to just put him right here at 7, and that's Draymond Green.
Yeah, same here.
That Draymond at 7 too?
Yeah,
Perfect. So,
hey, just
how
so
about Draymond, bro?
that means Tobias Harris above Draymond.
I have Siakam above.
Oh, okay. I think you and I just swapped Siakam and Tobias.
Wait. Let's just jump ahead, bro. You have him at 6, right?
Yeah, sounds
okay. I have Siakam at 6. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
let's talk about let's just talk about Draymond, and then we could just jump straight to 5.
Yeah. All right.
All right, perfect.
So I was like, yo, I think we both have like just swapped them, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so Draymond. All right, so why was it a hard decision for you? It was a pretty tough one for me, but I was like,
Dude, for me, like 6, 7, 8. This is why like me and you have it switched because it's literally they're all like when it comes to impact to winning, I feel like they're all like right there, right? Siakam shown that he can be like they won a championship with him being a second option. Tobias Harris was a big reason why the Sixers were the number 1 seed all year long, even with injuries. And then I don't even gotta say why Draymond's impactful to winning, right? But they also all have those are their pros, right? But we also seen their cons as well. Like Siakam, obviously this year with a step back. Tobias Harris, this is the best we've ever seen him. And the last 2 seasons ago, he really struggled. And people were saying he's like one of the worst contracts in the league. So, and then Draymond Green, you know, he fucking airballed a floater in the So, you know, obviously, we all know what Draymond does really well, right? He's a great playmaker, leader, rebounder. He knows where to go.
Yep.
One of the best help side defenders I've ever seen.
Facts.
The problem is, in the last 30 seconds in the game, he's a huge offensive liability.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, we seen that Grizzlies game. If you don't know which game I'm talking about, it's the one where, you know, Warriors didn't make the playoffs because of that last play. Steph Curry got double teamed, right? He was going crazy. Everyone knew Curry was trying to get a shot off. Curry got absolutely doubled, and they left Draymond wide open. They said, we're not going to let Curry breathe, and Draymond can get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So Draymond caught it, top of the key, ran in, and airballed a floater. So that's the only reason why. If Draymond was a decent offensive player, he could be top 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's just that. His offensive. He needs to, you know, improve somehow offensively.
The thing is for Draymond, there's streaks of where he goes crazy. Like you hit like 3 threes or something, and it's just like, what the fuck? This guy can shoot, right? But there's also times where he's a very, very big offensive liability, and when a team just leave him wide open. Like I've seen times where he gets the ball on top of the key or like at the wing, and no one steps up because they know like, oh, the ball is not gonna go from Draymond's hand into the hoop. It's gonna go Draymond's hand to someone else into the hoop, right? So they play off him a lot, and that's kind of why, you know, I put Tobias Harris above him because I felt like I valued the offensive game a little bit more than the defensive. But overall, but I knew Draymond was gonna be like somewhere in the middle, or top middle above the list, and I think you're right. You know, like 6, 7, 8, they're all right there. It's just like kind of what you value most in opinion. Because I could, if someone said Draymond's at 6, I'd be like, hey, you have your argument for it. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. You know, it's what you prefer, right? But yeah, I feel like Draymond's a really, really solid playmaker, and you know, I'm really proud of myself for putting Draymond on this list. You know, old me would put Draymond number 10. I'm so glad.
Yeah, I feel like Draymond, like, I feel like if he didn't play this year, the Warriors wouldn't even be in position because he kind of brings everyone together to play the right way. And like we've seen Curry struggle without Draymond. I'm not saying like Curry can't do well without Draymond, but Draymond really helps Curry, like setting those fat ass moving screens.
Yeah, facts.
It really helps him.
I feel like Draymond pushes Curry, and not pushes. I won't say pushes. I think pushing is like the wrong word, but he allows Curry to play at his peak. Like he's there setting up good screens for him to rotate, curl off of him. That allows Curry to get those very, very good, comfortable shots that he loves instead of trying to take contested threes. You know, like I feel like Draymond's a really, really good like a pushing, like a good teammate just to be playing with. And obviously, like he's playing with the best shooter in the world. He knows what he's doing, right? Like he won rings. There's a reason why he signed with the Warriors for this long. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about Draymond. You know, Draymond's a solid overall player.
Yeah, bro. The only knock on Draymond is like with the offensive ability, obviously it's related. It's like he's very impactful playing with Steph Curry. But if you put him on like the Magic, it's like, because like he sets up people really good, but there's no one to set up in Orlando, right? So he has to play in a specific, like good shooting system for him to thrive.
I feel like that's facts. Like he's really good at getting the ball to the person that needs the ball, especially like Curry. Like I can see that definitely. Doing pretty well.
And you see him like in Team USA. This is why he's doing so well because he's playing with good talent, and he meshes right in with them. He does everything those talented players like kind of don't want to do. He does all the scrappy, gritty work. So
like they want the guy to give them the ball. That's Draymond for them,
All right, so let's go into number 5. Number five was pretty difficult for me too. I got Sabonis.
Oh my god, I got Sabonis too.
Perfect. We both got Sabonis.
All right, dude. I think the top 4 will probably be like kind of. I mean, besides number 1, I feel like the other 3 will be a little interchangeable. But yeah, I got Sabonis. Sabonis, obviously, great fucking season. Even though he was playing the Pacers, I feel like this guy was just like he popped off. I feel like this season he really popped off, averaging double-doubles every night, almost triple-double every night. He became a really great passer, and I feel like he became a great scorer as well. Like I'll see him walking up from half court, hitting a 3, like just from the jump. I'll be like, yo, this guy plays fucking power forward. This guy looking like a point guard, just splashing it. I was like, yo, he became more confident. He had good post moves. He has good ball. I feel like he just like not as good as a Jokic, but he's decent. He's pretty good. He's really good.
I don't got too much to say about Sabonis. It's the only reason why he's at number 5 is just because the 4 other people are just better than him, in my opinion.
Gosh.
That's just basically it. But obviously he can score and he has really good rebounding ability. So it's just a consistent 20 and 10 player. So
facts. Okay. All right, number 4.
I got Julius Randle.
Oh, I got Zion.
All right, and I'm guessing you have that switched up, right? Yeah, okay, me too. So let's go. You want me to go first, or?
Yeah, you go first. Julius
this is really hard for me.
Yeah, they're both your boys, man. They're both your boys.
I don't know if Randle's my boy. I love Zion though. I mean, I like Randle too, but Zion's like probably one of my favorite players.
Well, you drafted Julius Randle like both times in both drafts, man. Like I'm getting.
I got Julius Randle in the second draft. The first draft I didn't have.
Who was in the first draft?
Jimmy. That was a good pickup. Jimmy picked him late too.
Yeah, I was like, what the?
It was like the 40th pick or 30th. That was a really good pick.
All right, go for it. So you got
Julius Randle. Like I understand, like he kind of like disappointed in the playoffs, and that's like a little bit recency bias for me to put him like a little lower. Julius Randle had I feel like he always had the talent, and then obviously he got a really good coach this time, and that coach kind of pointed him in the right direction. He adjusted his game. He was like a brand new, different player this year. I don't know why. I was looking at their numbers, and I just can't pass up on Zion's 27 on like 69%.
Yes, 66. Oh my God, it's crazy.
I feel like Randle had the better season, but at the same time, I also feel like Zion's just playing in a very bad system. Like that New Orleans system, the fact that he's able to average 27 on 69% shooting is so impressive because that team is not built around him. If you have Zion on your team, ideally you want a lot of shooters. And they have Eric Bledsoe at shooting guard, who's not your ideal spot-up shooter. They have Ingram, who's another slasher, and then they have Steven Adams clogging up the paint.
Yeah.
So the fact that Zion's still able to make that work tells me that if he had a competent team for him, right, a team that matches what he needs, like he would have close to an MVP season.
Yeah, I feel like you're right on that. I just kind of put Julius Randle there because, like you said, Julius Randle obviously had the better season. And I feel like Julius Randle, like obviously in no shot, like I'm picking, like if I'm a GM, I'm always picking Zion over Julius Randle any day. Like I'm just gonna say that, like out of there. It's just that I feel like Zion, obviously averaging 27 points a game, he's doing something right. And I feel like there's no one really that can stop him in the paint at the moment, right? Like he's kind of just doing what he wants. I feel like Julius Randle, he became more crafty, more creative. He actually got a bag, started pulling up more mid-range number, hit some threes too. So I was like, yo, this guy's hitting threes now. And he wasn't just, trying to slash, take it into paint, which he could. But I just kind of put Randle above Zion just for that reason. But for Zion, yeah, I put on number 4 just because he's better than Sabonis, obviously, in my eyes. But dude, averaging 27 points in New Orleans, like you said, pretty insane. I feel like
field goal is insane, bro.
It just shows me how unstoppable he is in the paint. Like when you think about unstoppable, you think of Giannis, right? Like, okay, Giannis is unstoppable. Okay, makes sense. But like number 2 is probably Zion, like up there. But like Zion is literally unstoppable. You can't stop him that kind of paint, right? But yeah, kind of right. I put Zion there. I feel like he has a lot of potential, but I just put Julius Randle above him just because he had a better season this year, and I felt like Julius Randle improved a lot too. So yeah.
All right, so I agree. Randall did more for that Knicks team, just like playmaking defensively too. But I just feel like if Zion had that same opportunity, in a better system, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, facts for sure.
All right, so number 2 and number 1, I'm pretty sure we have the same 2 guys.
Yeah.
I have Davis at 2.
No, I'll be honest. I have Davis at 2.
Oh, I was like, whoa. Okay, so all right, so we both have Giannis and Davis. Like I remember last year in the ranking, everyone had Anthony Davis as the number 2 best player in the world.
Yeah.
Honest, definitely recency bias, but I promise you, this isn't recency bias, right? Like even when that was going on, in my opinion, Giannis was already better than Anthony Davis. They're both really, really good though. You want to explain why Giannis is better?
I mean, Giannis got a chip himself. Didn't need no LeBron. No. Matter of fact, though, Giannis, I feel like Giannis he improved his game a lot. Like, honestly, thought we would see a lot more hack of Giannis, but it didn't really work out as well as I thought it would be. I thought, Giannis really, really would struggle from the free throw compared to AD, who's like fucking 88% from the free throw shooting. But AD is a big man that can shoot and take it up into the post. And I feel like AD and Giannis are kind of like, to me, like Giannis is a little better just because like he's bigger, he's lengthier, he's like, he's crazy, right? But AD is also just as insane. Like I feel like AD is just, I won't even say a Walmart Kevin Durant because like, dude, it just AD can hit jumpers too, like hit from mid ranges, like his little spin, fade away mid ranges, his go-to move. I feel like AD is to me he's the primary scorer in the fucking Lakers. Like I don't think LeBron's number 1 scorer. I think AD is the primary scorer. The ball's going to AD to score. Same for Giannis. Giannis is what he looks at as a scorer. Sadly, we weren't able to see, LeBron versus the Bucks. Kind of wanted to see that in the finals, but so sad. AD and LeBron got injured, but yeah, in my eyes, Giannis is just a little bit better than AD. I feel like Giannis is really, really comfortable in his game right now. Like he's shooting threes. Like he's like it's a thing where like you practice threes, but like taking threes in a game is different. Like I know he's been attempting like 2 or 3 threes a game, which like it's fine because I can see him trying to elevate his game. Like now people have to force to step up. You step up, he has a length to drive on you. And I feel like he just opens the floor a lot more just by doing that. But that's why I kind of put Giannis in front of AD.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, basically. I feel like a lot of people are trying to downplay AD, though, because, like, everyone's saying A Disney now. They're saying the D in AD stands for day-to-day, They're saying a lot of shit, but you got to remember, like, this man averaged, like, 30 and 12 in his prime, like, on the Pelicans.
Yes, sir, dude.
And he was regarded, like, when he was playing center, he was regarded as the best center over Embiid and Jokic, like, if you consider him as a center. So, when fully healthy, Anthony Davis is, like, people say Anthony Davis is a top 5 talent, right? And he's not, I agree with that. He's not a top 5 player currently, but he's a top 5 talent. because we know AD when healthy can play at the top 5 level. But the biggest problem is when he's healthy, right? Like the top 5 players, they do this every night. You know, like look at the top 5 players. Giannis in the top 5. He's been very durable. He came back from injury. Still,
I just read he came from a high percent of knee to dropping 40. I was like,
bro, I thought he was gonna miss like 4 games.
Yeah, fast. I was like,
he was dropping 40 for 4 games.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I thought it was over, but yeah, like I said though, these top 5 players, like you know, like LeBron. Before this injury, LeBron's one of the most durable athletes ever, right? Like KD, KD's dealing with injury, but he's KD.
Yeah, but he's KD though. He can't do anything. Number 1 scorer in the Olympics in the goddamn world right now, dude.
Yeah, bro. But you know, and when Anthony Davis is healthy, I feel like he could be a top 5 player, but he just needs to work on like just staying on the court. And one reason why Giannis is a little higher than Davis, in my opinion, is because they're both great defensively, but Giannis is so much quicker.
Yeah.
Like, that block on Ian, like I hate arguing for someone's like saying like someone's better and then just going to one play, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Kyrie's better than Curry just because he crossed him up. Like, no, right?
Yeah.
But that one play where Giannis blocked Ian shows how good of like a free safety he is.
Yeah.
Because he was guarding the pick and pick and roll ball handler. Yeah. And he switched over, ran all the way across the paint to block the shot.
Yeah.
So
James.
He could literally be everywhere on the court.
Yeah.
You know, he reminds me of like LeBron in that aspect where, you know, he'll get a chase down block on one side and he'll run and dunk it.
Exactly, dude. I was gonna say that. You know how Giannis just isn't afraid to contest the shot. When 18 had a free dunk, he was there to stop it. I was like, what? I did not expect Giannis to try to block that.
So that's one of my favorite things about Giannis, and that's why I like JaVale McGee a lot. I like some of these other centers a lot. I love centers that aren't afraid to jump.
Yeah.
Because a lot of centers are like, fuck it. You know, I'm not going to be on LeBron's screensaver on all the 14-year-olds' phones.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that shit. But, you know, Giannis don't give a fuck. He gets dunked on all the time, but that's why he's a great defender.
Yeah.
Because he tries.
I was like, but I think you're absolutely right. You know, Giannis is just a little bit better than AD. I'm not trying to throw shit AD either. Like, you know, if people have AD as number 1.
I promise you we're not, bro. We Laker fans.
Yeah,
well, we Laker fans too, but
Brooklyn Nets. Anyways, but yeah, I think Giannis is just that guy, bro. He's just that guy. Like, you can't turn your eye on Giannis. It's like everyone's trying to hit on LeBron, but you can't ignore LeBron. It's the same thing. You can't ignore Giannis. You can't take him out. You can't be like, oh yeah, Giannis is not even in my top 3. Like, dude, you're drunk if you're saying that, you know? It's like Giannis is the real deal. And he came, like this year, I feel like he really proved himself, right?
Yo, we got to make our top NBA players, period. Like our top 10, top 20, top 30. Bro, I'm curious where you got Giannis at. Giannis top 3 for me for sure.
Oh yeah, facts, dude. Dude, I'm telling you right now, dude, Giannis might be top 1, bro. Might be Giannis, KD, and then LeBron.
Oh man, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
All right, we gotta make that list soon, man.
Yeah, well, we'll do it after everyone, you know, after the small forward, the shooting guards, or whatever we need to do next. But yeah, I feel like that should be good, right? Are we good here?
Yeah, we good.
All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll see who wins Summer League MVP and Summer League champions. Who you got? Last pick.
Threw me on the spot, bro. I was expecting that.
That's good.
Can I look real quick, bro?
You can look real quick.
Give me your pick.
I'm shaking the Houston Rockets, and then I'm going to Jalen Green as MVP.
Okay. That's a really good pick.
I feel like that's like a 10-15% chance, you know. Like the other players obviously have showtime. I mean, obviously, who is it? Gary Payton's pretty good too, you know. Who else is doing really good? James Bouknight. I mean, I don't know, you put him in there if you want.
Well, Bouknight went crazy that the last game of the second half.
You choose a Heat team too. Strauss and Jurksevin, pretty insane. Jurksevin, Strauss. Yeah.
I'm gonna still stick to the to the Pistons team, man.
Do you think King's turn it around?
I think Cade hasn't been playing bad. I feel like he's been like the second game he was way more comfortable. Wait, did they even win the first game? If they lost both games, they're out.
They lost both games.
Oh no, they're out. Fuck that. Never mind. They don't have a chance, bro.
Let me tell you who's 2-0. You got the Jazz 2-0. You got the Knicks 2-1. You got the.
I'm gonna go with the Kings, bro.
Kings? Oh yeah, they're 2-0 right now too.
Because I know Davion Mitchell isn't putting up those numbers, but the impact he has on. I was watching some of the Kings games. Yeah. He's such an impactful player, bro. He looks like he's ready for the NBA playoffs right now, bro. I'm not even exaggerating. He looks like he's ready, bro.
Yeah, I want to see the Kings against the Rockets, but.
Well, like all these summer league games that I've been watching so far, they all look like, for the most part, they look like scrimmages where like players are just trying to translate their game. Yeah. But these Kings games legit look like playoff games, bro. Like they're high intent. They're trying hard. Like they're doing full court press. So.
Ah, damn, full court press in the
half court, like somewhat half court, full court press. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
They're trying really hard though. But yeah, that's why I think the Kings are gonna win just because they care about winning more.
Yeah, I was actually gonna pick the Kings as my pick, but I was like, I don't want to sleep on Sengun and Jalen Green, and then I was like, I'm gonna just go with a pretty solid pick, the Rockets with Jalen.
My MVP, obviously, I'm just gonna go Davion.
Davion Mitchell. Okay, for sure. All right, we good then. All right, we'll catch you all next time. You got any last words or not?
Nah, bro. That's it.
That is it. Peace. Take care.